guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 41 of the World Tour at Shanghai Shenxin. And today is the day the league title is decided. It's our final season in the Chinese Super League. And we are 4 points behind Beijing with 2 games to go. So obviously we need, and the goal difference isn't in our favour. And the Reserve League, if we have a quick look at that, of course that is, for those of you who aren't aware, the first tiebreaker in the Chinese Super League. And you can see we are sitting second. Beijing is top. We're 2 points behind them in that as well. So we're going with very strong reserve teams, as you could imagine. But we are losing both the Reserve League tiebreaker, followed then by the goal difference if they were to finish equal, and we're losing that as well. So basically, Beijing need to lose twice. We need to win twice. It's a big ask, but we'll see what we can do. Our game is first up against bottom of the league, already relegated, Yiteng. We are favourites for this one. Beijing is playing Changchun. Changchun are just a mid-table team. They're in 8th. Away from home, so you never know. It would be interesting, wouldn't it, if we were to win and Beijing were to lose, so it does all come down to the final day. But it's just, I think we're going to come up short. But let's not let that stop us. Let's have some fun this episode. It's Jinan in goal for the first game. Yuri Ruz and Rabao as a back two. It's Chen Min, and Zhu He is going to play down the right. If you missed last episode, Federico Berendegai did his ACL. He's done. He's out for 6 months, so he is effectively, as it's Shenzhen play while we're in charge, is done. How long? Wonderful hat-trick. He scored, I'm not kidding, he scored a hat-trick from right back. But because he had been playing in the reserves as well to keep his match fitness up, he's match fatigued now because we weren't expecting to play him in that game. So Zuhi comes in just to keep How Long fresh, because let's face it, we're probably not going to win the league, and I don't want him getting an injury from being match fatigued. It's Li Fan, it's Li Shan, and it is Yi in midfield. In behind, Humam, Yi Qin, and Vinicius up top. I did actually consider not playing Zhu He in this, keeping fresh for the reserves game, and then I kind of thought, what I was saying, and decided that was probably a bit silly, keeping players fresh for reserve games. But it did cross my mind. All right, so what do we say here? Just that there's no pressure, really, boys. Let's go out there, carry on where we left off. You haven't missed anything since last episode. We've carried straight on from the good win, wasn't it, against Evergrande. Let's give the fans a performance. I don't really want to say that. Play our game, we'll win. I guess that's near enough, isn't it? I think I would be disappointed if we didn't just win out. If we win out in Beijing, we can't. They don't lose both their games. What can we do? We can't. We've had a really good year. We can't, we can only beat what's in front of us. So I'd like to do that. Win these 2 games and just kind of see what happens. It's a big ask. You never know. Maybe our reserves, maybe the Beijing reserves will slip up, and then a win and a draw and a loss. Sorry, would be okay because we just have to make up the 4 points. But yeah, it's a little bit tough. Here goes back corner to the back post. It's there. It's headed towards goal. Rebound offside. Unlucky. Are we going to check that on VAR? The linesman there put his flag straight up. So is it? Yeah, he is offside. Unlucky, perhaps, but we can't really complain if it's actually offside, can we? Come on, boys. Come on. I haven't seen anything come through from the other game as of yet, so that's good. We've got work to do here from the set piece. Let's get this away, please. Away. Oh, well claimed by Jinan. Now, is that the highlight? It's supposed to be a little bit nervous that we might do something stupid here. We haven't. We've distributed to the flanks nicely. There goes Chen Min. Chen Min has been linked with player of the Asian Champions League. Oh, I thought for a second then that was just going to whip in nicely for a tap-in. Now, this is becoming now a long highlight, which is making me increasingly nervous. Can we win that, please? We can. We get the second ball as well. Can you find Vinicius through the middle? He goes himself. Yi Qin! Oh, it's a little bit special from Yi Qin! The goalkeeping's questionable, but that was an absolute rocket into the back of the net. Just past. Somehow they've got that into between the near post and the goalkeeper, and I'm not quite sure how he's done it. But he has, nevertheless, gone and done it. Oh, good finish, son. Good finish. Alright, this is looking good. Alright, come on, boys. Come on. I didn't really give a shout. Vinicius has got that. Eats that for breakfast. Go on, Vinicius. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know it's his first year at the club. I have been a little bit disappointed by Vinicius. Yi Qin again! It's off. It's a goal. It's a goal. It's an own goal off the goalkeeper. You can tell they're a relegated side, can't you? Because that is just the sort of thing that happens to you when you're at the bottom of the league. Zhu, to be fair to him, got forward, got a nice ball in for Yiteng to head off the crossbar, which is unlucky, and the goalkeeper just absolutely clueless. That is 2-0. That should now be job done at our end. We're just waiting. I haven't seen any scores come through still from the other... I shouldn't say it's job done yet. We're only 2-0 up. That's a good cutout from Zhu. Zhu's actually looked quite good. In for Vinicius. Now, I've just been saying how disappointing he's been. Vinicius, he squares it to tap in for Yiteng! 3-0. We're putting on a show now. And this is absolutely wonderful stuff. Good ball in for Vinicius, wasn't it? Took it past his... That defending was absolutely horrid. I made that defender come across and cover. Beautiful ball on a plate for Yiteng, and you could cheer that one before it even hit the back of the net. That is how much of a tap-in that was. Could we run up? Unfortunately, goal difference means nothing, unless the reserves end on a tie, which is unlikely. See, he is absolutely on fire. Oh, I was going to say, it's absolute comical defending again. And it's difficult to get excited about comical defending, isn't it? But there we go. Vinicius heads that clear. So my kind of plan, since this is looking as though it's done and dusted here, we'll finish the league season today. Tomorrow it's the two-legged Champions League final, and that is, I'm really excited for that. Really, really excited for that. I think we're going to have to set up defensively. Now, Yi isn't going to be able to play because Beijing is his parent club. I'm not sure if, of course, it's the Champions League, he might be able to. And if finish, yes! Oh, was that a block or a save? Either way, it was really good, whatever. I think it was a block. Because it's the Champions League, he might be able to play. I'm not sure how the loan rules work, sort of... Oh, Beijing's taken the lead. How the loan rules work outside of the league, so in Asian competitions. So there's an outside chance, but I'm thinking part of the loan agreement was that he couldn't play against his parent club. So I'm assuming that's going to be the same case, whether it's in the league or in the Champions League. So... We're going to be without him, but we do have Zhang Hong to come back in. We're resting him for this one just to try and keep him fit. What do we say here? I'm just unpleased, I think. There's no reason to think they're coming back into this game. They're already relegated, nothing to play for. Is there anybody we want to give game time to? Not necessarily. What we might do, we do want... Vinicius, of course, was injured for a while there, so we want to try and get him 90 minutes in his legs before the Champions League. We'll see if anybody starts getting down to sort of into the 60s condition-wise, then we'll look to take them off. Oh, might need to just be a little bit more concentrated than that, boys. Otherwise, looking very complacent there. Not a fan of that. Let's praise and see if that fixes it. There we go. And then what I'm thinking we'll do is on Thursday is we'll have sort of an end-of-season awards, sort of wrap up our time at Shenzhen, and then in the same time look for our new club. So, again, let me know what you guys want or think we should be going. I'm thinking it's sort of South America, North America. So that's sort of South America, MLS, or Mexico. I'm kind of leaning... if I could choose, I would want to pick sort of a big Argentine club, or as good an Argentine club as we could get. Mainly, as I said last episode, I messed up loading up I didn't realise... Vinicius! Oh, off the bar! I didn't realise the name fix patch thing didn't work on Brazilian clubs on a existing save file. So the Brazilian club names don't have... They're just all the three-letter abbreviations, which is really annoying and stupid and makes me not want to go there. So I kind of, in that case, I'm favouring an Argentine club. Is that a goal? Come on, boys. Come on. We're better than this. Defensive set-piece training all week, boys. We actually haven't been very good this second half, have we? We've just slacked off. We should be doing better than that. I'd set off for like a big Colombian club as well, one of the big ones in Colombia. A Colo, they did just come up not that long ago, so I'm thinking that there is a shot. Fair shoot! Humam can shoot! Oh, he's tried to curl one. Yeah, so I'm wondering, like a big Chile club as well. One of the big two in Uruguay, perhaps you could win the Libertadores. But I think a big club in Argentina is my preference. And then if that doesn't come up, then maybe we look to go to MLS. We're going to be without a club, so we don't want to sort of wait too long. Because our contract is up at the end of this season, as I keep saying. The only reason that we wouldn't do that Thursday is should we go and make the World Club Championship, in which case we'll show every game of that. until that comes to an end. But I shouldn't be defeated, should I? I shouldn't assume we're going to lose to Beijing over 2 legs, so you never know. We'll set up defensively, we'll be solid, and see how we go. We can nick a goal, so as I said, you just never know. Now, I didn't see any other scores come in, so I'm assuming that Beijing has won, and if that's the case, then Beijing has won the league. We'll just say well done to that. It wasn't the great second half. Beijing have won. Beijing have won the league. Now, Hebe has also won. It looks like they have won. They're 89th minute, they got the winner. So, basically, we're playing for second now. If we win our last game, we will come second in the league, which will be nice because that would be a best for the club and obviously a best for us. But, unfortunately, we do not win the league title, which is disappointing. 100 grand for 50 games for Chen Min. Has there ever been 100 grand better spent in Football Manager? Absolutely no problems at all paying that. So guys, wait right there. We'll be back to wrap up the league season against Yili. Okay, welcome back to the final day of the league season, our final league match in charge of Shenzhen. This is a little bit emotional, isn't it? Now, there's nothing to play for here because if we were to come second, then that would mean that we're automatically in the group stage of the Champions League next year. I forget who is in the Chinese FA Cup because they go straight in as well, who are winners of that. But it's not any of the top 3 here. So whoever comes third is going to have to go through a playoff like we did at the beginning of this season. So there is something to play for here in that sense. And there's also something to play for, I've noticed, in terms of our Golden Boot winner at the end of the season, because we have Vinicius on 11, Yiteng on 9, and Xiaoyan on 10. So we're going 3 up top. It's just going to be an absolute shootout to see who gets the Golden Boot. Li Shan's not without a chance, but he would need at least a hat-trick to draw level with Vinicius. So he's an outsider, I'd say, in that sense. But we're going to go 3 up top, and we're going to see who wins our Golden Boot. So it's Jinan up top, although it wouldn't actually be the winner of the Golden Boot, would it, necessarily, because there'll be the Champions League to come. But we'll give them all a chance. It can even just be a shootout to see who starts the Champions League final, really, can't it? So it's Yuri Ruz and Rabao up top. It's Hao Long and Chen Min down the wings. It's Feng, it's Yi, and it's Le Shen in midfield. And then, as I said, the trio up top, Xiaoyan, Yiteng, and Vinicius. So we can see the way they're lining up very much the reverse of us. Just one man up top and looking very defensive. They had just avoided relegation as well. So, yeah, they've got that, I guess. So just go out there, relax, boys. Put it on a display. I have faith in you. Now, you're not going to believe what's happened in the Reserve League. We've finished joint top and lost that on goal difference. So, when it's just not going for you, it's just not going for you, is it? And, yeah. So even if we had managed to finish joint top with Beijing, at the end of the league season, we would have lost it on reserve goal difference. Can you believe that? But we didn't. As I said, it's done. We didn't. We're not going to finish joint top anyway. But I had to laugh when I saw that. Yeah, it's just not meant to be, is it? So let's just tell them to get creative here. There is a chance that we completely lack creativity without Humam on the field, but we'll see how we go. We usually attack down the flanks anyway, so Chen Min and Hao Long are there to do that. Here's Fang. He doesn't like a shot, does he? I would have had a shot then if I was him. Here's Hao Long, crosses it in. It's Yiteng! It's over the bar! A goal for Yiteng that would draw him level with Xiaoyan. Yeah, now I think about it, I mean, there is still the Champions League, so you'd hope our goal strikers would get a few goals in that. At least one, if we keep 2 clean sheets anyway. But yeah, I am torn between Xiaoyan and Yiteng, who to start in the Champions League final as well. If you do have a thought on that, let me know. I do wonder if Hebe is drawing with Shenzhen. Back post header away. It's there for Vinicius. Takes the touch. Vinicius! Oh, he's hit the bar. He's got it the second time of asking. No. A little bit of luck. The first strike would have been absolute worldie if it had gone in, but it's hit the underside of the crossbar and come back, but straight to him, and he puts it away. That is his 12th of the year. That gives him a nice little clinch on Golden Boot now, doesn't it? Puts him 2 clear of Chen Yan and 3 of Yiteng. Look at this. That's an absolute rocket. I'm guessing he doesn't place his shots. Just a hunch that I have after seeing that. But it doesn't matter because it went in second time of asking him. He got the little bit of luck that he needed. Li Shan heads it over a bow. That's unlucky. That's a good save from the keeper. As things stand right now, of course, if we're winning, then we're going to finish second. Hebe drawing, though, means that we are currently 2 goals sort of safe in that position because they'd need to score, we'd need to concede. Let's just wait till half-time here. There's no need to say anything now. We've absolutely dominated this game. 70% of the ball. They have not had a sniff. yet we're only 1-0 up. You do wonder, is that because we have 3 strikers and really no one in midfield to pass to them? Did I just see updates? Did I just see that Beijing? Oh no, they were winning. I was gonna say, if Beijing lose this, I will be annoyed. It looks like Hebe were winning as well. What do we say? Things are going well. You're capable of better. We'll go down and give a few individual team talks here, and yeah, just get ready for this second half. We've got a nervously listening Li Feng. All good there. Vinicius. Let me know what you think of Vinicius this year. His goal return has disappointed me. He hasn't been as good as Cifuente was. But then Cifuente was in his second year as well. I'm underwhelmed by Vinicius. I thought he would do a little bit better. I thought he'd take a little bit of time to settle in, and then I thought he would do a little bit better than he has done. But, you know, we've had a good season anyway. It's not as though he's held us back in any way. But I think the other strikers have helped out in the goal scoring more than... Cifuente was literally doing it all by himself at times. Throw in for how long to Vinicius. Vinicius has been good off the ball, though. It's a decent header, but straight at the keeper. He has been good sort of in general play and open play as well. Not necessarily... He's brought more to the team, I think, than just goals, whereas I think Cifuente was more just goals. But, you know, when you're scoring 18 goals in a league season, that's not too bad. Come on, boys. If you are enjoying this too, please do hit like. It helps people find the series and the channel. It is greatly appreciated. Oh, to Yaquin! It is a goal for Yaquin! 10 goals. That puts him equal now with Chen Yan. And I think with that goal, that maybe gives him the starting berth in the Champions League, because Chen Yan played a lot of games. It's a brave header, wasn't it? Keeper should have probably got to that, though. He played a lot of games against weaker opposition. I think he played in the Chinese FA Cup when we were still in that as well. And Yaquin is, I think, just about the better player. If we look here, you can see he's got really good physicals. Off the ball's good as well. Come on. It's Yuri Rose! Oh! And Chow Yan's good at set pieces, but we have other set piece takers that are better. And I think he's good to bring off the bench. So I'm thinking that's what we'll do. I think in a couple of years, it might be that Chow Yan is the better option. But I think right now, it's definitely Yaquin that we're going to have to start in the Champions League. And this looks like it's going to be a 2-0 win. That means we have wrapped up second in the league. So that's our best ever season. It's the club's best ever season, possibly more importantly. And it does mean that they will be in the Champions League next season. So if we don't go and win it tomorrow, they're going to be in there anyway, straight into the group stage. Which is good. It's good to see that we're leaving the club in a strong position, like we did with Basiba as well. That's an absolute domination. That should have been more than 2-0, shouldn't it, really? Rabao with man of the match. Well done to him. We'll say, well done. You secured our spot in the Champions League, and on we go. So there it is. That is how the league table ends up. 4 points off top in the end. A point ahead of Hebe in second place. That is, as I said, it's the club's best finish in the league, which is good. Vinicius ends goal drought. How long had it been? I don't think he'd been 11 hours, so he had a bit of a drought, hadn't he? Bonuses paid out. We received 250 grand. That's all nice and good. But guys, that's it for today. If you have enjoyed that, as I said, please do hit like. And if you're new, subscribe and ring the bell, because next episode, it is a doubleheader, the Champions League final against Beijing, the league champions. It's first versus second in the league. We want a little bit of revenge. And it's our last chance to win a trophy, a major trophy. We won sort of the second division, or the second tier. But it's our last chance to win a trophy with Shenxin, and it is the big one if we can do it. So yeah, that is all for tomorrow, guys. So as I said, make sure you ring the bell so you do come back for that. But until then, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Champions League final. Take care.